Hey, this is Notser, and we're looking at the premium Tier 8 Japanese destroyer, Asashio. It's got deep water torpedoes, and it's controversial, so it'll be fun to talk about. Game in the background is me on two brothers, and we are, of course, using the ship. I have a standard build. In my opinion, it's standard, but it's my Shima build, and I think it works. Survivability, faster torpedo rearm, superintending concealment. Last stand, of course. Yeah, just filler at that point. Adrenaline rush, whatever. Been away for a couple days. I just want to touch on the containers. I like the event, but I wish that the Vive la France containers would be implemented and incorporated into the regular container system. Similar to something like Overwatch. I feel like Wargaming is sort of a little bit further on that, oh, you know, you could just spend a little bit more money and skip over this. Whereas in Overwatch, it's purely cosmetic. I feel like I've got the currency and I can invest it in this new content if I want to. Can't really do that here. It's sort of, the content only exists when we say it exists and it unlocks, and then you have the time available from the start of it till the end of it, and you start from scratch. Everyone starts from scratch. Kind of don't like that. I wish you could convert maybe your time invested in the game itself to speed up future event unlocks and to help you out, so it's not so blatant like, hey, if you spend a couple dollars, we'll speed it up for you real quick. Kind of feel like it would be cool if you could just do that through like past time invested. I don't know how they would implement it. Overall, I'm fine with it. I just wanted to comment. I don't have a problem with cosmetic loot boxes, you know, camouflage, all that stuff. I got a problem with loot boxes that are exclusively offering better modules. I don't like the super container structure. I never have, because, you know, the radar module is a game changer if you can get it on a high tier ship and you're competing in clan battles or ranked battles. But, you know, it's whatever. If it allows events that are unique and cause players to come and go based on the new content that they bring, even just theme stuff, it's fun. Cosmetic, I'm cool with that. Vive la France looks pretty cool. So let's talk about why we're really here, though. Asashio is a premium with deep water torpedoes. Now, these are not Pan-Asian deep water torpedoes. These are Japanese deep water torpedoes. 20 kilometers, 22,000 damage, 0.7 kilometer detection, and they only can damage battleships and aircraft carriers. Obviously, you're probably never going to kill an aircraft carrier with this. There's barely any on North America. I'm curious about other regions, but how often am I going to get that close and use it? Probably never. So it's clearly designed to counter battleships and to counter them extremely hard. This ship is going to encourage destroyer captains to stay on the fringe, avoid the objective. Why would I go for the objective? My gun systems are so bad, I'm going to lose to everything. Even if I had a 2-1 advantage, I'm not contributing anything. I have like no health. I had to use survivability expert just to get up there. There's nothing that I like about this. The torpedoes are, I win. There's really no issue there from a playable standpoint. I mean, they do exactly what they're supposed to do. They make it so you can kill battleships without any effort whatsoever. I mean, look at the range on the map. It's annoying. It's annoying. You even outrange your just detection ability to draw the character. The ship could be completely invisible to you from a draw call, but you could still damage and kill it. I just don't like that. It would be like if they introduced a battleship and that battleship was only good at 30 kilometers away from targets. It is encouraging everything that I hate about a particular type's playstyle that I've seen in the past. Called that playstyle out, called it what it was. It's selfish. You're not trying to help your team. It's a team game. Until it becomes free-for-all, you're supposed to help your teammates. And you can't do that by staying on the fringe and avoiding the objective. And that's what this ship feels like. You're supposed to avoid contact with destroyers and cruisers because you will lose, and you will lose very, very hard. You probably have a 10% chance of surviving, let alone killing them. But you have like an 85-90% chance of annihilating any and every battleship in the game. And I just think that's unhealthy. I don't think that a hard counter should exist quite like that. I think that the counter system is healthy to encourage players to go after what they're good at and for everyone to be able to contribute in every single team or in any aspect. But this is too far, Wargaming. This is way, way too far. I'm having trouble not reaching 80, 100,000 torpedo damage every game. And what if we live in a world where there's a bizarro situation? There's no battleships in the queue. This is quite literally the worst premium tier 8, if that's the case. Or 1, or maybe 2. Maybe all the battleships go on the flank that you're not on. And the only valid targets in front of you are cruisers and destroyers. I just think that that's a really, really, really bad design. I would hope that they would implement deep water torpedoes, similar to the Pan-Asians, cruisers, battleships, aircraft carriers, and allow it to give up to other ships. But don't take away the gun systems. Japanese guns are already a piece of crap against other destroyers. I know you might not feel that way, but they really are. It is by far the worst anti-destroyer gun systems in the game. Pan-Asians beat it. Germans, Americans, Soviets. They're all better. So why would you lower their power level again? Well, we don't want them to be anywhere close to more powerful than the mainline tier 8 or other premiums. You're already giving them deep water torpedoes. Why? You know, make it do damage to cruisers, pull it back a little bit. I think it would be a healthier situation. As it stands, all I'm doing is picking on battleships that can't defend themselves and praying, please don't be a destroyer or a cruiser that I can't deal with or my teammates can't deal with, because I'm donezo if I run into that. And I want to feel like I have a chance. So you're saying there's a chance? Maybe I'm weird. It's just way too easy to do tons of damage to battleships. And it's way too unforgiving trying to defend itself to ship types that you can't damage. I just don't like it. So, as you can see, we were in different situations. There was a Benson who was close, and I was terrified. Thankfully, I have teammates, which I'm trying to scout for them. Obviously, its concealment is fantastic, and you will spot literally every single destroyer before they spot you, but you can't contribute to them, really. The guns feel accurate, but they have a 7.5 second reload, which is terrible. So it all works out, I guess, for what they were trying to design. I just don't really appreciate that design. I think that it's just an unhealthy direction. It's a nice test, Wargaming, but I would just prefer deep water torpedoes to remain universal across the board. Deep water torpedoes will not damage destroyers, and that's about it. I don't know why different deep water torpedoes have to exist. That feels really weird to me. And it's easy to communicate to the player who is using the deep water torpedo. Oh, you can't. But how do you communicate that to the other players? Are there... Oh, well, it won't beep for them. Okay, if you are reacting to a torpedo based on the beep, you got a lot more issues, my friend. You have already failed to react at that point. That's just confirmation of your failure. So that's not a legitimate response, Wargaming. Oh, by the time the shell is literally about to make contact with your ship, you'll know it can do damage to you or not. Oh, well, great, great. I'll just have a heart attack and then realize, oh, wait, I can't be damaged. Ha 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 ha, silly me. I just think stuff like that's dumb. Don't play with the set design. You know, HE does damage to certain parts of the ship. AP does damage to certain angles of the ship. Torpedoes do this. You know, don't change what a deep water torpedo is. Don't do that. Don't do that. Just pull it back. Make it work against cruisers. Make it fair, and we'll be happy. Okay? I'm cool with the Japanese destroyer that is terrible against other destroyers. That's literally the entire line. So, except for obviously Akizuki. But you get it. I'm trying to make a joke. I just wish that Wargaming would talk about this stuff. Like, I can't believe that they would create a vehicle like this. I mean, imagine in World of Tanks if it was a tank destroyer and it could only damage heavy tanks. That would feel really weird. Oh, and there's nothing the heavy tank can do. No angling, none of this. I can literally punch through everything and be 100% accurate. That's not fun. There's no play. There's no counterplay to that. And that's exactly what these deep water torpedoes feel like. I hope they'll bring it back to something closer to a Pan-Asian with the torpedo booster, and I think that would be perfect. A little bit of Japanese flair there, but deep water torpedoes that we're used to. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I'll catch you next time.